lay flat on train tracks.
And the next trick is called the hospital flip. What?
Storm died underscore 9.
He shoved handfuls of live cockroaches in his mouth during a cockroach eating contest. As he attempted to swallow them, he suddenly began to choke. The live roaches had caused his throat to constrict, completely cutting off his air supply. The crowd watched as he gasped for air, and he was rushed to the hospital. But it was too late, and he was pronounced dead. He shoved. As a fish sucks in water, it flows toward the thin, feathery structures. The gills are covered in tiny blood vessels, which pull oxygen out of the water as it passes through. Now, this oxygen then gets absorbed into the fish's blood. At the same time, the fish releases carbon dioxide and pushes the remaining water out through the slits in its gills. But if a fish is taken out of water, its gills dry out and collapse, making it impossible to breathe. As a fish sucks in water, it flows. The warrior chopped off his enemy's head as a trophy after winning the battle. He tied it to his horse and started to ride home. But as the horse galloped, one of the dead man's teeth scraped the warrior's leg. Now, it was just a small scratch, but it soon became infected. Bacteria from the wound spread through his blood, shutting down his organs within days. And while the warrior had killed his enemy, in the end, the dead man claimed the final victory. The warrior chopped off. If you poop out a turd in the pool, you could just fish it out and add a little more chlorine to the water. But if you have diarrhea, the runny mess will spread rapidly. And it also contains germs, which can survive for days. Even in chlorinated water, you'd need a huge amount of chlorine to kill them all, so better just use the toilet instead. If you poop out a turd in the pool, you could just fish it out and add a little more chlorine to the water. But if you have diarrhea, the runny mess will spread rapidly. And it also contains germs, which can survive for days. Even in chlorinated water, you'd need a huge amount of chlorine to kill them all, so better just use the toilet instead. If you poop out a turd in the pool, he slipped from the harness on the tallest free fall in the world, falling 100 feet to the ground below. You see, when he got on, the harness didn't fit, but instead of refusing him, the operator adjusted the harness to give him extra room. The ride climbed to over 400 feet before suddenly dropping at 75 miles an hour. But the extra space meant the harness wasn't secure, and the boy slipped through the gap. Tragically, he died from his. If your hand gets caught in a meat grinder, the sharp blades inside would start tearing into the skin and tissue, pulling deeper with each rotation. Now, if you try to pull your hand out, it may grip tighter with the resistance. Instead, you should immediately turn off the machine to stop further damage. Then, carefully try to reverse the grinder to get your mangled hand out. If your hand gets caught in a meat. The elevator jolted violently as she went for a cigarette break. And when she stepped out, the building's door was crammed with people trying to leave. Suddenly, she noticed flaming papers raining outside as people ran for cover.
And the next trick is called the hot.
Too fast, I'm too fast. With my foot upon that pedal, then I wanna punch you.
Did someone say catfish? Yeah, that's me. I look 6 foot, but I'm 5'3". Did someone say catfish? Yeah, that's me. I look 6 foot, but I'm 5'3".
Hello, little girl.
You scary.
Who's scary?
You scary.
Who's scary?
You scary.
Who's scary, bitch? Who's scary?
You scary.
Who's scary?
You scary.
Who's scary?
You scary.
Who's scary, bitch? scary?
You scary.
Who's scary?
You scary.
Who's scary?
You scary.
Who's scary, bitch? Who's scary?
You scary.
If you sneeze and I say God bless you, the only thing you should say is thank you. I don't need to hear all of this. How did you get in my house? Why is my window broken? I'm calling the police. Ain't nobody got time for that. If you sneeze and I say